Underdawgs Podcast. It's your host T. Lee and my co-host Jock Cowden. The most known unknown will realize.
Was pulling up, they acting like they couldn't see me. Now she wanna clean me up like a squeegee. I told her that's on me, baby, like yellow BZ. With the peanut butter tear like a Reese.
Everybody's plotting on their downfall and maybe not expecting them to win, but they come out on top anyway.
They don't forget the underdog when they see me. I hit them with the John Cena, they can't see me.
We're gonna work hard. We're gonna stay dedicated. We're gonna be motivated.
I don't know. Being an underdog is probably more of a compliment for me.
Out of sight, out of mind. All I'm saying, just be careful who you idolize. I'm kicking this scripture just before the fame. Ain't no cap in my words, I go against the grain.
If you move like keeping it peach and keeping it real, like that's an underdog.
Surpass those long expectations. You're able to keep going no matter what.
You want to keep setting an example for people to follow. So the underdog isn't the loser.
Underdog is really honing in on your talents, dog. Don't let the compliments get you high.
But as an underdog, all you got is you. That's when you at your peers. You have to go through that phase so that you can be prepared for what's coming your way.
What's going on, good people? Welcome to the Underdawgs Podcast. It's your host Fleetwood JR. And we back with another episode, another special guest today. This is season 6, episode 15, Creative Flow, featuring entrepreneur, hairstylist, and line dance instructor. We have Tifton's, Georgia's own Frankie Hill, Atlanta based. Let's bring in right now.
Hey.
How you doing?
I'm pretty good. How you doing?
It's life, and I'm just living, really.
Yeah, that part, we gotta keep going.
Making it happen. Like I say, it's an honor to have you on the platform today on the Underdawgs Podcast. First and foremost, as we push the importance of knowing thyself, how would those closest to Coach Frankie like describe her as a person? Like, what type of vibe she fill the room with?
I would say I am kind, helpful, creative, thoughtful, and hardworking. I don't stop, can't stop. But when I come into the room, I say, that people would say, because it took me a minute because I read over the, But anyways, just positive energy, good vibes, like happiness, joy, and laughter.
That was up. Now I feel that, especially when you say can't stop, bad boy, no Diddy. I like that. So let's talk about this year. Let's reflect, because we only a couple months left in 2024. I used to tell people, hey, we at the halfway mark, and now we like getting towards the end. So how's this year been treating you, and what's some things you learned this year that's gonna help move you into 2025? Like, I don't like to be like January 1st. I'm feeling like we already been working on this already, so we just trying to use it, to level up next year.
This year's been really good to me, and I mean, I have had some times, downs and lows and all that stuff like that, but other than that, it's been really good. It's been an eye-opener. Like, just keep pushing, being your authentic self, and don't let nobody, deter you from that. Focus on God. And what else was the other part of the question?
Oh yeah, like, so how you gonna move into 2025 with everything you learn? Like, what's some things you gonna take with you into next year?
Yes. Okay, so to not take things personal, to have more confidence in myself and really step into it, like not just be like, oh, it's okay, I don't want the spotlight. No, step into the spotlight, because that's what God put me. And listen more and slow to react. Listen before I react. So yeah.
That's heavy. Like, I'm big on that part, like you said, like really just listen, even if it take me a day or so, like, cause I've grown so much in life where it's like, I'm not impulsive. I'm not quick to just, cause don't let let my intelligence override the emotions. Really, cause it's like, all right, when I really fully think it through and all that, then it's like, okay, it ain't really need that response that I would have gave, So like, let's start with the foundation though, so your early influences, as you being a hairstylist, like, can you describe your earliest memory of doing hair? Like, what sparked your interest at such a young age?
I'll say my Barbie dolls. I love my Barbie dolls. When I was growing up, I'll go, to a space and just set up shop literally with my dolls and just do their hair. And then my mom, she was a stylist as well. And that's where it started. Doing my dolls' hair, just dressing them up, doing their hair, you know how you play with dolls and stuff like that. But yeah, I'll say that.
Oh yeah, that's important for real. That started everything right there. So how did your family, particularly your mom and siblings, influence your passion for hairstyling? Like, you said your mama was a stylist too. So like, what's some things you would see her do, that made you be like, yeah, I want to do that too?
Just like doing our hair, being able to just switch it up, just the craft of it. You able to be creative with it, and my mom, she went to school for hair, but she only got her shampoo tech. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go and get the whole thing. So yeah, and then one experience in high school I had was with one of my line dance coach. Her name was Miss Tiff, and once I had did her hair, it just gave me this different feeling. Like I was in dual enrollment and I was, uh she came in to get her hair done, and then just her, the feeling she gave me, it just was like, this is where I'm supposed to be at. This is like what I'm supposed to be doing.
Nah, that's what's up. So it would be around the age 14 where you kind of like really grabbed on to it. So like, what was like that memorable experience? I know like, your sisters and your mom would be your first clients and stuff. So like, when was it where it was like, okay, this it was it in high school where you felt like, like, yeah, this my calling right here. Like,
Yeah, I would say, yeah, in high school, the story I was telling you about my line dance coach, she came in and I was doing her hair, and then I was on the basketball team doing, everybody here on the team. So it's like, I was like, okay, I really enjoy this. Like, I find peace in it. And I just, yeah, that's what started in high school for the most part. Yeah.
So what was some of your initial styles, you learned, and how did, they shape your skills as a hairstylist? Like, on the creative side, like what's some of the main things they were kind of asking for, what you was into at the time when you started?
It was braids, box braids, the singlets twist was big when I was in high school, and I used to do them. I don't do them now because long story, but yeah, those were the styles they asked for the most was the box braids.
Yeah. So with the way you say you don't do no more, is they like time consuming somewhat?
Very time consuming, and I had a lot of time back then, but now I don't. So I had to just X that off the board.
Yeah. So how did attending cosmetology school, enhance your understanding of hair and styling techniques? Because you already had like, where you self-taught yourself, but when you go to school for something, it's like basically just shaping it and molding it more on what you already know.
Yeah, with cosmetology school, I went in Tift County, and it was really just the basics, literally like sanitation, doing a roller set, how to run a business. They teach you stuff like that. And Yeah, just sanitation, how not to cross contaminate things, how to dress. You need to wear an apron, cover up, all that stuff. Just the basics of cosmetology. But I feel like what I really learned is just hands on, going into salons and learning from other people because, they didn't really teach us black hair. They taught us,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Yeah,
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
So,
Man.
mm,
So did you have any like early mentors or whatever, that kind of helped you out in the beginning?
yeah, I had actually two. It was a man, he owned a salon. His name was Gregory. And then Miss Val, she was a big help. And I still talk to her. That's my girl. She was a big help. She took me under her wing. So yeah, those was my mentors in my hometown.
That's what's up. So looking back at this year, like what were some of the biggest challenges you faced, in your career? Like just hairstyling or even when it comes to the line dancing? Like you faced any hurdles in between?
Whew. Um, Being okay with turning down clients. Like every client is not your client. Um, and being able to voice like, oh, this style is not good for you, not just doing it because of the money. Um, that was kind of hard, just speaking up for myself and yeah, I would say speaking up and just being very assertive, and that's with confidence. So that's what I'm working on, letting people know uh I can't service you, or that style's not right for you, so I won't be able to do that service.
Nah, that's big. I mean, and just instead of you just taking their money, I mean, they gotta respect when you let them know that, because it's like people. I feel like people don't be like accepting, like I'm really looking out for you, rather than trying to do you dirty. They be just taking it personal, where it's like it ain't even like that. Because if I would have did it to your head and took your money, you would have said somebody after, like, which one you want.
Yeah, like honesty or no.
Yeah. So, what do you find most like rewarding about being a hairstylist, and how has that changed over the years?
Um, just being able to give my clients that safe space to just unwind and be able to just talk, and once they leave, they looking good. And I also cater to kids too. I work in a kids salon,
Yeah.
Little this hair salon. So just seeing my kids grow up and they starting to express themselves more, because when they first came to me, they wasn't talking, but now they are. So just building that relationship, yeah, that relationship is everything with my clients.
Nah, facts, because it's just like me with a barber and stuff, like, yeah, you go get a haircut and stuff like that, but it's basically creating that vibe though, like, because it's like, all right, once we locked in, it's more than just a haircut. Like I'm in there for the person as well. So,
Exactly.
once we, you know, like talk about like something I can get the game, because it's like growing up, that's what the barbershop was, It ain't really too much like that no more, because it ain't, the atmosphere done changed,
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on, but yeah, it used to be one of those spots where everybody get together and men talk as men, and that's I grew up seeing it.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but yeah, that's everything though. Um, so what are some key business lessons you learned as an entrepreneur in the beauty industry?
Um, a big one is save your money, like, cause the money be coming so fast. You really have to sit down and be like, okay, I got to put this back. And invest your money. I'll say budget is a big thing. And
Yeah.
also never stop learning. You can never just settle. You got to forever be learning.
I feel that because things be changing so much, and that's when it's like you don't want to get left behind. You gotta always keep sharpening your mind on stuff. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you don't want to be one of the ones that like, oh, they think they just know it all. And then
Yeah.
when it finally hit, you just looking crazy trying to catch up. Um, so let's talk about this transition, to line dance instruction. So, what inspired you to become a line dance instructor alongside your hairstyling career? Because you just said in high school you had a line dance instructor as well. So, like, where
Yeah.
that really came from, where you was just like, I'm gonna do this.
So I always just used to dance growing up, like praise dance, and then high
Yeah,
school I did in band. I was on the line dance and the flag team. But this line dance started well in my family reunions. Everybody line dance, whatever.
yeah,
But I was teaching at no, I wasn't teaching. I went to a Christmas party last December, and I had just learned this new line dance. It was Fine China by Chris Brown, and
yeah,
so I was like, "Can I show y'all something?" And it's like, "Yeah." So I started teaching. I showed, and they was like, "Can you teach me?" So I started teaching, and the girl who I was under at that time, she owned the studio, and
yeah.
she was like, everybody was like, "You should start teaching. You a good teacher." I was like, "Okay." And that January, she added me to the team, and I started teaching.
Nah,
Mhm.
facts. I feel like Coach Frankie gonna get the family right now. Got a
Absolutely.
family reunion coming up. Like that's very interesting too, because all the different songs and the songs you hear all the time, family reunions, like that line dancing, like it was just
Yeah.
like at first, cause I ain't the best, but I'm like, man, I should know this, man. As many
Mhm.
times I done, like especially when it comes to cha-cha slide too. That's just,
What?
yeah.
You'll get it.
Nah, I might need to take class for real though, just get myself
Definitely.
right.
Mhm.
Uh, can you describe, the moment you realized that teaching line dancing was a passion you wanted to like pursue seriously though, like after the first couple times and then the clients started coming and then you started the experiences, like, where was it where you was like, okay, I'm locked in on this too, aside with the hairstyle?
Um, the girl I was with the first go round. I
Mm-hmm.
wasn't getting paid little to nothing. So I would just once I get done at the shop, I go over there and I teach. And sometimes nobody showed up, but I still showed up because it was my happy place. I love to do it. It lets me release. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but then I just kept pushing, and then it was some new owners who became owners of the studio, and it's called Harmony and Hustle Studios. And we started doing it, and I kept going. I said, I ain't gonna stop. I'm gonna keep going. And so all of a sudden, like my views on Instagram just shot up. Class started getting full, and I was just like, okay, God,
Mm-hmm.
I see you. So I just said, okay, this is it. Now I got to keep pushing because it's rolling now.
Yeah, that the power of the internet is everything right now. If you use it right, like it's a big tool, just
Hmm.
like you say, you don't have to go out and I mean you still can do the old way with it too, where you put up flyers and you ain't gotta go do that all around the city, go city to city. Like literally people from other cities can look and say, okay, line dance instructor in Atlanta, or what's something to do in Atlanta, and you just happen to pop up on the algorithm like that stuff real, like
Hmm.
that stuff real. But now like when you said too, like, it's a happy place, it's a place where you release. Like I feel like with anything, when you feel like that with anything, like that's something you need to like consistently involve yourself with, because there's like life and the reality, everything going on, like everybody needs something. Like,
Hmm.
so when you enjoy doing it and getting paid at the same time,
Yeah,
gotta
that's
make
the
it
thing. Yeah.
happen. So how do you so what are some unique challenges you face, while balancing both careers at the same time, because yeah, I know it's a lot of different scheduling going on and
Yes. Just being tired, busy all the time, and just giving one more energy than the other. I'm still trying to figure out the balance because I'm still working on it. But that 2025 is on because we're getting ready. We got the rest of this year. But yeah, just being tired and overwhelmed at certain, with everything.
Yeah. So I was gonna say, like, far as your experience from the first couple classes to now, like, what atmosphere do you strive to create though? Like, is it like more of a kind of like a thing where it's like, because you starting like, with people where it's like they just kind of learning, they might know a little bit. So is it like more of a like how you try to do the atmosphere to make everybody feel kind of comfortable? Because like I say, everybody might not even know how to,
Yeah.
So it's like you building the confidence with everybody in the room too, in a sense, because everybody don't know everybody. Some people be thinking like,
yeah, I'd be like, girl, it's all right because we're gonna break it down.
yeah.
So the atmosphere, I would say, is where you're able to come and just relax and release. Because I tell them when I pray, before I start, I pray every time. When you come in here, every step you take, you're releasing whatever is bothering you, releasing every step. So yeah, just that atmosphere for women and men to come and might find you a friend or somebody to go out with. Just that atmosphere of love, joy, peace, all that good stuff. So yeah.
So you done answer two, you knock two out in one city, you know what I mean? Because it's like, because that's another thing where it's like what makes you stand out different than everybody else, and you just laid it down right there too.
Yes.
So what are the most requested songs in your classes, and why you think like they resonate with your students?
I can't get enough by Tamia. Yeah, everybody want to learn that one because they be playing it, and the little footwork is a lot. Finna Get Loose, of course, that's the slower version of Tamia. So if you get Tamia, you can get Finna Get Loose, or if you get Finna Get Loose, you can get Tamia. I'll say Flex by Cupid.
Oh yeah.
Yes, that one. Everybody love that one. That's a warm up. That's a warm up.
Yeah.
And last one, Bad Girl by Ursha. You ever seen that one?
Nah, I ain't shit. I'm probably gonna have to look more. I was looking at them already. I'll probably have to, I might have to find it. That's why I was like, let me see. While I'm on here doing my research now, let me see what's going on. Nah, I seen it. I was like, yeah, Coach Frankie popping it on here for real.
Yes, I love my fan too. That fan just every time.
So when it comes to each dance class, especially when you get new clients, like when you set the first impression on them and stuff, like how do you ensure that each dance class is a memorable experience for your clients?
I try my best to remember everybody's name, so I let everybody introduce themselves, my newbies or to my OGs, and I start off with prayer, and I start off easy, and then I read the room. So if the easy was a little bit hard, we're gonna continue to be easy. And I make sure I slow it down. Like we might do a step over 5 times, but I'm looking, make sure everybody got it. You all right? You good? I'm checking on you. So yeah, I just slow down, just having patience with them and understanding. They may be their first time. They don't know certain moves. So yeah.
So, what would be a memorable moment from your line dancing classes, like that had a significant impact either on you or your students? Like you say, like even as a hairstylist, you build bonds with clients, and they might share a story with you that touched you or whatever, or with the line dancing, if you got OGs, they've been coming and stuff, I'm pretty sure y'all done built a good connection and stuff, or being able to drop gems on each other and share information. Like, so what would be a memorable experience for you?
I would say I was going through a lot and I had class, line dance class. So it seemed like everything was coming at me from left, right, top, bottom. Like I had a lot of stuff going on. But I kept pushing because, my line dance is my happy place. So I feel like I could push through. But, I started praying in the front of the class and immediately broke down. And those group of women surrounded me and just started praying. And I just like that right there, that meant a lot. Just speaking life into me, all that good stuff. So that was a moment I would never forget.
No, that's everything, and that's a real connection too.
Mhm.
Um, so as I kind of rephrase again, so we coming to the end of 2024. What are your hopes and aspirations for yourself personally and professionally for next year?
Um, Personally and professionally, it's okay to say no. Um, I would say making a routine for myself to where I'll be able to function at my highest, um, personally and professionally, because I need to set a schedule to where I'm able to count my money, see how many clients I got, what events, have an exact day for that. Um, so yeah, it's okay to say no and making a routine for myself to where I'm able to function at my highest.
Feel that, cause like when you have a good heart, in general, you don't really want to like, when you feel like somebody counting on you, you don't want to just be like, nah. It
Yeah.
depends on what they saying though too at
Yeah.
the same time. But for the
Mm,
most part, you want to be like, cause you don't want to let first it be like, man, I'm letting myself down because I know I could have, and then I let them down and stuff like that. So it's just like the expectation you have on yourself. But then it be like when your heart pure like that, and then the energy don't come back, you still kind of be like, it ain't really big to me because I'm used to being like this anyways. Though I don't
right.
respect none of it. I ain't doing it to respect none in return, but
Mhm.
at least I know personally like I did something good.
Exactly.
Um, so any upcoming projects or events you have in the pipeline that you're excited about to share?
Um, I do have an event coming up that I'm collabing with Miss Teresa. She throws passport parties where she teach you how to get your passport, and then she plans certain events or trips for women. So I'll be I don't know the exact location. She's still working on the flyer, but I'll be putting it up on my page soon. And then I'm going to be hosting a line dance class in my hometown. I haven't did one in a while.
Mm.
But I got a lot of good feedback when I put it out there. So November 30th. And last thing, my uncle, his name is Benjamin. He is a new R&B artist. What is called country.
Or they got a new genre for that, like a
Something,
country.
like the trail ride type music, like King George. What is that?
Okay.
Soul,
Yeah,
something.
something like that. More soul. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
We're gonna say soul. Yeah,
yeah,
soul.
that's it. And he's got 2 songs that I'm doing a line dance to. So we're gonna be doing a
Mm.
music video soon. And yeah, and I just came back from New York. I had to teach at a
Type
wrestling
stuff.
event. That was different. I'll say
Yeah.
that. It was
What
a
part
good
of
time.
New York?
Brooklyn, New York.
Mm.
Yeah, it
That
was a
was your
lot.
first time up there, or you done been a couple
Uh,
times before?
Second time.
Okay.
Hmm.
Mm. Yeah, New York. How I feel when you go to New York though, coming from down south, because it be a whole different vibe, and you
Yeah,
gotta hit the trains and all type of stuff.
all that. Well, thank God I didn't have to do the trains because
Okay.
her hospitality was really nice, and my boyfriend wasn't going for it. He said, "Yeah, we gonna if she gonna take us there, we gonna ride with her." But yeah,
Yeah.
her hospitality was really good. Everything was good. Like it went smooth. We had a good experience. Everybody was super nice. New York people sometimes yeah.
Depending on what's going on. Yeah, for real.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That was are there any specific skills you hope to develop in 2025 that would enhance, your work both as a hairstylist and line down? So like, because when you be so into your craft, like you're always kind of leveling up, learning like you say earlier, learning different things. Like what specifically, are you looking for to, kind of adding on to your business?
I would say learning the lingo, like the terminology for the different line dance moves. It's like so many. And just the rules for line dancing because, it's different stuff because the trail ride is a whole different type of line dance than regular line dancing. So just knowing that the difference, and I would say and how to make passive income stuff. I don't have to be there to actually make the money. Yeah,
that's big. Nah, for real. Once you open the gates with the money working for you, it's over.
and I'm working on something. I'm working on what I got, the Amazon influencer. I just signed up for that and got approved. So that's coming soon.
That's hard. So how do you envision your brand evolving, next year, like with both your brands?
I would say it's like it's gonna be bigger. Like I can see that's the only thing I can say right now because just bigger. Still, yeah, bigger. That's the only word I got right now. Just expanding to different places, going into different communities, helping different families, bringing families together. That's a big one. Yeah, bringing families together. I would say just bigger.
Fact. So real quick, let me go ahead and share the website. We got France Creation. So we got the line dance class. We got our hairstyles. Frankie love the kids.
Love them, yes.
Yeah. Love Y2's friend. Real talk. And that's big though, when you run into somebody that's doing something like that they real deal love, it's you get a whole different experience because they gonna give it 100% every time.
Yes.
But it's by the money.
It ain't the same. Okay. I can't hear you. I don't know. I think it paused.
Okay. We back.
Okay, we back.
Yeah. So yeah, you can book online. It's got all the prices on there, how long it should take. Yeah, so make sure y'all head over to FriendsCreation111.com. You can contact it as well, located in Jonesboro, GA.
Yeah.
Most there. So let's talk about your personal reflections though too. Like so in what way do you engage with new trends, when it comes to like hairstyling and dance, and like how do they influence your work? Like how we say everything's steadily evolving, but like it's like we be influenced by different things, but in return, it's like we do it in our own way though. When you're creative,
Yeah, make it our own. I would say it has to align. It has to be positive, healthy, Because certain things are not healthy that be trending. So yeah, I would say it has to align. And I just take it or take what resonate and leave what don't. That's what I do. And make it my own.
Nah, facts. Like I look at it as if it's like if you were able to like kind of make your own combination of things. So it's like, you know, if you order like a burger or something, like, yeah, I don't want this, but I want that, and then you make it into your own, you know. So what personal qualities do you believe have been crucial to your success in both fields with what you do?
Being positive, hardworking, giving. I'm very giving. I love to give. That's just it got me in trouble too, but I'm learning.
Yeah, that.
And learning how to pivot. Like, don't let something stop me. Be able to find a way to get around it. And leading with gratitude with every situation. Just being thankful. Because God, He gonna show you the way, you know, even when you're in the valley.
Most definitely. So if you can give one piece of advice to someone starting in the hairstyling industry, what would it be?
Hard work. Like, don't stop. Like, keep promoting yourself. Regardless if you get 1 like, 0 likes, keep promoting. Because somebody see you. Just keep promoting. Be positive. Never stop learning. Oh, that's a lot. I'm sorry. He said one piece of advice. Oh, it don't stop again.
Yeah, my apologies. I don't know what's going on with my connection. It usually don't be like that. But nah, what was the last thing you said?
I said, never stop promoting yourself. Never stop learning. I always try to put what's the word? Perfect your craft. And yeah, never stop promoting yourself. Oh, and don't be scared to talk to people. Oh, it stopped again.
Yeah, nah, most definitely. You can't be scared to talk to people because it's like your networking is your network. So I understood like when you send a message, I was like, just, you know, you ain't gotta worry about it. Like we've been doing it for a little minute now. Like really, real deal, just come be yourself. That's how we move anyway. We try to make it comfortable, you know, in a sense. And like I say, this is what we doing in the sense, like, you know, giving people the flowers they deserve, letting them tell their story, letting them plant their seeds in our garden. We, like I tell everybody, we started out with a flower pot with some soil in it. Now I feel like we got like an acre of land with a bunch of people that got their crops on there for other people to come pick, you know, and get for wisdom, you know.
Yes.
So but yeah, so what do you hope your legacy will be, you know, as an entrepreneur and just doing what you love, you know, like what you want people like to remember about Coach Frankie, you know, like with the impact?
I would say never, you know, always work hard, you know. Work hard. Don't work hard or work smarter. But the legacy I would want to leave behind is for anybody to look at me and say, she did it. She came from Tift County and she did it. I can do it too. It don't matter where you come from, you can do it. And I want to leave my kids with so much opportunity to where if they don't want to do line dancing or hair, they're able to choose what they want to do. So yeah.
So all right. So if you could create a perfect event combining hairstyling and line dancing, what would it look like? Like if you can have one big, either some big like a space, and you can do like one half like this, one half like that. Like how would you incorporate them together?
Actually, I've been thinking about doing learn about your hair. So if I have a panel, yeah, learn about your hair. Plus, you get to, do some line dance too. Um, so yeah, I would have an event like that where you learn, about your hair, what's good for your hair. And you can bring your kids and they can join in the line dance. That's the activity in between, the speakers and everything. So yeah.
That'd be hard, where it's like, when people go learn something in the sense or whatever, it's like, all right, the brain needs a break right now. So let's go on and line dance over here and have some fun to get you right back ready to come sit down and, like the entertainment type part, the halftime show, that's
Yes.
hard.
Oh.
Yeah. So, who have been your biggest supporters throughout your journey, and how have they influenced, the success at where you at right now?
First, I'll say my mother. She is an amazing woman. I just love how she support me. Even when I'm, going through, she picked me up. Um, and I have to say, my sister, she give me tough love because sometimes it hurt. And of course, my boyfriend, he has really helped me bloom into the person that I am. Waking up certain things inside of me that I didn't even know was in me, and teaching me how to create boundaries. I really appreciate him. So yeah, I say, and Miss Carrie. Oh God, Miss Carrie, the lady salon I work in, Miss Carrie Riley. She's been a big influence. She's taught me to, charge my worth, how to be professional in the salon. Um, so yeah.
So another question I got for you too. I meant to ask this earlier, but we're gonna talk about it now. So
Okay.
the transition from Tifton to Atlanta, like how was that for you? And how has Atlanta been treating you? Like your perspective on it and everything.
Um, I moved. It's been good. I ain't gonna lie, I've been leveling up ever since I got here. But okay.
Yeah, what that transition was like, when you finally, because I like to ask a lot of people when they're from somewhere else and you decide that like that's a big transition for a lot of people in some way, because you might be leaving family, you might be somewhere where you just and it take a lot for some people to make them type of moves, but that's a part of the growth. Like sometimes
Yeah.
you have to leave where you from, like, because it's like when you hit the ceiling, it's like, all right. But then when you finally move somewhere, so you done moved around, experience different. Like for instance, I say that a lot because I done lived in different spots, but I'm from Florida. So once I left my city, it's like I hit the ground running. All the experience and stuff. Now it's like I ain't no small fish no more. I like to call myself a shark. I
Yeah,
can't fit
yeah.
in the fish tank no more. Like,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes when you be where you at and you be a fish in the bowl, and it's like when they say when you keep a fish in a certain size bowl, it don't grow.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. But what is like for you?
It was, I had to go. Like I was like, it's something else I'm supposed to be doing. I got to go. And then I had an auntie that stayed up here. So she
Mhm.
had a room available and I moved. And it just started flourishing from there. I knew it was something else I was supposed to be doing. I wasn't growing in Tifton because I was passionate about doing hair, but it seemed kind of saturated. The popular people were getting all of the clients, and I'm just so new,
Mhm.
fresh out of cosmetology school. So like I'm advertising myself, but ain't nobody biting. So Yeah, I had to go. And then once I got up here, I started just telling people, I do your hair for this, I do this. And it just started growing. So it wasn't a hard transition. It was at first because I was missing my peoples. But I got used to it, calling and talking to them. And I visit often. So, yeah, it was good. It was a good experience.
I was so being that you've been in Atlanta, as long as you've been in Atlanta, what's some advice would you give to people like that just, because they say Atlanta is overpopulated right now. So what advice would you give to people though that's like transition to Atlanta? Like, like how would you say, like, because some people that say, different thing or whatever, but like the reality of it is like, hey, when you come to Atlanta, you need to have a plan or whatever going on. Like it ain't just come up here and it just happen like that. Like you gotta put some type of grind in.
Yeah. I would say have a plan before you even move. Don't just fly up there. Have a plan. At least a job that's gonna hold you until your passion is able to pay for, what you need it to pay for. Yeah, have a plan. Keep grinding. Just keep pushing. Sometimes you can't go out because you need to work on your craft. So that's all right. Just keep grinding. Keep hard work and God. Keep God first because He'll guide you. He'll never lead you wrong.
Nah, fact. So finally, if you had to sum up your journey in one word, what would it be and why?
I want to say, because it keep coming in my head, gratitude.
That's a big word.
Yeah, that thing's strong. Just grateful. Just be grateful wherever you are, because it's always light at the end. Because sometimes you need to be in that valley to learn that lesson, or it's gonna keep repeating itself. So just grateful, gratitude. Show gratitude in everything. Be nice to people. You know, not overly nice, but nice. But
Yeah,
yeah,
nice enough.
yeah, I learned my lesson for real.
Nah, that real. Cause that gratitude thing is heavy, especially when you done went through a lot in your journey. Like we all got different, stories. So it's like, man, where I used to be ain't where I'm at now. And then I always think like it's always somebody less fortunate. I keep that in my mind all the time. Like, so it's just like, it ain't as bad as it could be for real. You just gotta be grateful for a lot of things and just appreciate the moments. Uh so like how does the term underdog resonate with you in your journey as a hairstylist and line dance instructor and just overall your well-being?
Um, I would say underdog is a person who don't stop. No matter they see what they got to get and they gonna do what they got to do. Um, no matter if it's somebody that got everything or all the tools, if they ain't got it, they gonna figure out how to get those tools. Um, but somebody that's real, hardworking, don't, nonstop, passionate. Um, what's the other part of it? Was that everything?
Oh yeah. Just your thoughts on like, how it resonates with you, in a sense. Like I say, I feel like we all start out as an underdog. So it's like the importance of like the reflection, because it's like, wherever you're in your journey where you feel like you reach success or headed to success, like the story is always gonna change. But it's just like it's either it just get greater. It's like it might have some moments where, it dip, it dip like stock market, but then you go back up. It's just the beauty of the journey. So I feel like it's really important, to share these moments with the people because it's your story, it's your world. The people say the world don't revolve around you, but in your world, it really do.
Yes,
It,
it do.
it really do because it's your perspective, it's your point of view, and how you see the world, not how everybody else see it. Can't let nobody else see the world for you and tell you that's just how they see the world, but you might see it a whole different way. you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's
But
good.
yeah, but most definitely though, Coach Frankie, it's been an honor to have you on the platform, you know, to give your flowers.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
For you the right way. And like I tell everybody, it's always an infinite amount of support from us. You know, that's what we stand for and that's what we on. So we understand that it don't cost nothing to support people, you know, or
Please.
I can ever push up to like certain events with people and stuff. I do there too. Like I ain't really just on the internet. I come from the area where you get out and move around and stuff too. So I try to just, you know, support people, you know, the best way I can, because I know that's what we all need, you know, the same energy, you know, to build each other up. But yeah, it was a pleasure to have you on, you know. This was season 6, episode 15, Creative Flow, featuring entrepreneur, hairstylist, and line dance instructor. We had Tifton GAs on, Atlanta-based Frankie Hill. Appreciate you, Quinn. Enjoy the rest of your day. And we'll be in touch.
All right, thank you so much.
Most definitely.
Gold mouth, rabbit on my teeth, I got carrots. Open up a mouth and she got vocals sound like Janet. Marble on the floors, but the kitchen kinda granite. Lean color perk, you would think it's pomegranate. I see flying saucers finna roll another planet. It will fall in place if it's meant to be organic. I got crazy lingo, you would think I'm speaking Spanish. I'm something like a pie, never leave without the cannon. I'm enlightened, check, I got stones around my neck. If you pay attention, I teach her how to earn respect. I walk around with a tag like I'm mad at the rail. People do any damn thing for a check. So what if you got signed labels, throw them on the shelf? I don't ask for help, I just go within myself. Hard times I prevail, I bust up out my shell. I let my nuts hang, cause they don't got no curfew.